we hope will be a spirited, educational meeting. We are very excited about hearing from the folks that are here. My colleague, Les Camp, will be doing the introductions of the guest speakers and the folks that are going to be giving their presentations and the information that they bring to the table. Again, we welcome you folks, and we hope that you will all leave here with more information, more factual information than you had before. We want this to be an educational meeting. We would hope that everyone would, in the spirit of camaraderie, when you ask your questions or when you hear comments, please act accordingly. We don't want this to get out of hand either way. We're not here to judge. We're here to educate and inform folks.
It's going to be like a 2-minute time frame to ask a question at the most. And this is question and answers. This is not speaking one way or the other for the questions. Just
I've been in the oil and gas business for almost 25 years. Very proud of that. I worked for a very large oil and gas producer here in the state of Ohio. Got my start in southeastern Ohio, which ironically happens to be in southeastern Ohio where the largest employer in southeastern Ohio is the oil and gas business. I started down in Marietta. Moved to work with a large company. At that time, we operated several thousand wells here in Ohio, Pennsylvania, as well as West Virginia. And about 12 years ago, and to give you an idea, my daughter had been in first grade at that time, and there was somebody that came into the classroom to talk about oil and gas. And what they did is they showed this picture of this duck covered with oil, okay? For a first grader to think that that's what her mom does every day is to pollute the environment and kill animals, I can't tell you how mortifying that is. And she had a brother, a year younger. They didn't want me even anywhere near our animals. That's the kind of penetration it had. For me personally, it was one of the reasons why I went from a for-profit company to a nonprofit. And we helped establish this energy education program here in Ohio to educate people on the facts about how an oil and gas well is explored, drilled, and produced here in the state of Ohio. Some of our other auxiliary programs, as Les wanted me to mention, Ohio is the very first state in the country to create an emergency response training program for our firefighters. Some of your firefighters will be in our class coming up here in October. Since that time, we have spent voluntarily raised money by the industry and funded more than $1 million into the training. It doesn't cost the communities and fire departments anything. And some people have said, well, good grief, why in the world would you do that? If there weren't any emergencies, you wouldn't need that training. The bottom line is about being proactive, and it's why you don't hear about a lot of emergencies here in the state of Ohio. You don't. Scholarship programs. The average age in our industry is 55. I'm close to that, and I'm considered one of the youngest. If we don't see new scientists, new geologists, new engineers coming into these fields, it's of deep concern for the industry. Regardless of the new shale plays, we've got 65,000 active wells out there right now in the state of Ohio. So we spend a lot of times in the classrooms dealing with science. Any of you have children interested in scholarship programs? These kids, I can't emphasize enough, science is an incredible field that's got an enormous, enormous demand. So there's a lot of scholarship opportunities out there for them. We also, I do not get paid to be here this evening, and so a lot of our public outreach is also just coming out and talking to communities hearing about what your issues are, and also debunking some of the propaganda and downright lies that are being told out there.
We form landowner groups. We educate people. We educate them not to get caught up in something like that. We say slow down. Most of our clients, when can hit 250 an acre, we said hold out. Guernsey County, Harrison County right now, we are at 3,800 an acre at 18% royalties. And we know our leasehold. We know we got good title. Slow down, know what you've got, study the lease language. You should have addendums in there. Don't take their boilerplate lease. They'll work with you. There's some drilling companies here tonight. Talk to them. They'll work with you. It's your land. You need to protect it.
Represented, I think, more landowners than any other individual in the United States, representing over 100,000 people. I put together more groups than anybody else out there. I was fortunate to be an attorney in the Barnett Shale, the godfather kind of the shale industry, and the pioneer on both the natural gas shale and the oil shale down in the Barnett combo. Since we've gone out and we've expanded that, and what we like to do or try to do is put together groups as packages to, if you guys all come together, you can negotiate a better deal for yourself. You have more leverage, and I've tried to take that to an exponential level. The largest group I've ever represented was 13,998 landowners, and we got 27,000 an acre and 26.5% royalty. I'm very confident in what we do. You guys have gotten a lot of technical information tonight, and that's not, we feel like we're confident there, but I don't think we need to overload you guys with anything else. We don't come into any project soliciting anybody to see if we can put together a group. Every project we've gotten involved in, landowners have contacted us, usually large block landowners, and in this situation, part of the Clay family has contacted us about putting together and helping assist get the best deal out there possible. And,